Hey, good morning and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. It's Christine Churchill here, and we are continuing to talk about the financial cost of bad service. So we talked about that in our April 29th video and on our May 6th video. So today, just going to give you a little bit of additional information about how you put dollar amounts around those financial costs of bad service. So we did talk about last week how visible is a lot easier to quantify than invisible costs. So let's start with visible costs. So let's say that you have somebody who is making multiple errors, and you can see that. You're tracking that in the technology. You can see those errors are there, and you can determine based on those errors how much time it would take to find those errors. So whether it's you looking for them or the individual that maybe you're thinking about. And then, so you know how much you make, you can quantify that based on that amount of time, and then how long it takes to fix it, how long it takes to potentially coach the person to it. If you're not doing coaching, obviously that's just an expense that's going to keep going, and it's something that you need to address. But this is where we can, instead of blocking our method of accounting or looking at something as like, this is the cost for our staff, this is the cost for materials, you would actually break it down a little bit differently. So you would break it down something like data entry costs us this much. And then you could say data entry errors are costing us this much. And so you can change the way it's budgeted and the way things are accounted by looking at it like that. How much time is it costing for us to find and fix those errors? And what would the cost be if we invested and trained to reduce those errors? And how much do I think we could reduce those by? Thereby showcasing what the investment would be versus, so you'd be doing your cost benefit analysis. So that's kind of the easier way to do that with the visible costs. With invisible costs, it's a little bit different, a little bit more challenging. Like I mentioned, it could be somebody who walked away. You didn't realize they were walking away for a while. It could have been a lifetime customer. You don't know if their kids were going to be customers, and so on and so forth. And additionally, what impact their word of mouth has. So you have to kind of take a look and think about, okay, what was their average spend, if you knew it? Because at some point, it's going to be obvious to you that this customer is no longer there. And then determine what you think that would look like. So depending on your business will depend on the impact that word of mouth from one of your customers would have. So if it was a very loyal customer who left, that word of mouth impact is going to be a lot more. If you're a much higher dollar amount product or service offering, that impact is going to be a lot more than if you're a sandwich shop, for example. So if you think about those things, and then you can apply numbers to those. So with visible costs, you can pretty much get there with concrete costs and show those. With invisible costs, there is going to be a little bit of guesswork around it, but you will be able to see based on a percentage of your department's budget, what that could potentially look like as what it's costing the organization and what it's costing your team. All of these pain points are not just affecting your customers, but they're affecting your team as well. So the sooner that you can figure out what those areas are and how to get them addressed, whether it's trying to get additional investment from your leaders or something that you can do, anytime you can monetize that in some way, it's really going to help you make your case. If you're interested in learning even more about the financial cost of bad service, you want some guidance, maybe some worksheets, or even some of our team to help you with that, please reach out to me. You can reach out to me directly. I'm at Christine, CHRISTINE.Churchill@serviceinstitute.com. And very soon, we will be having a product offering that we're going to be able to offer to you that will help you navigate this in your organization. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.